they basically on the same page almost. 10 people, one person in Congress. I mean, you're not expecting Schumer though. You feel me? That's the only problem of the whole thing. So this was Schumer said earlier about the whole voting for the bill and or not voting for the bill. You know what I'm saying? How people who viewing it what way?
Vote to shut down the government. Elon Musk, Doge, and Donald Trump will use the power to shut down the government, to fire hundreds of thousands, if not millions of workers, shut down whole departments, and shrink the government for tax cuts for billionaires. It will be devastating, something like we have never seen before. One of the worst things, courts could run out of money in a few weeks. One of the few refuges we've had to stop the autocratic, vicious proposals of Trump and Musk and Doge have been the courts. And so this shutdown, the idea of a shutdown, is atrocious across the board. We have to stop it. Shutting down the government will be terrible. They could stay in shutdown for weeks, months, even years. And one of the Republican senators just told some of our senators, if you go and shut down, it's going to be months before we open up the government. And we have no way to stop them. There's no exit ramp. It'll be totally up to them when to open up the government. Shutdowns with autocrats, vicious people, nasty people like Musk and Trump and Doge in charge is disaster for us.
Okay. First of all, this is why none of you shouldn't have voted for shit. They have the power. They had the power. They had a House of Senate in the White House. They have a White House with a big mouth motherfucker in there that keep talking shit like he can do what the fuck he want to do. He gonna do what he want to do when he want to do. He don't give a fuck about nobody. You know this. So if you were going to stand on principle, you talking about they're gonna shut it down for days, months, years, or whatever the fuck. Let them do it. Let them do it. If you they're handing you shit, dummy. All you have to do is theirs. They owned it the minute that they didn't let that shit go. Let it get solved when Biden was in office. When they had a deal. They had a deal when Biden was in office, but they didn't want they didn't want to do it. So you ended up with what you got. Biden did the smart thing, kicked it down the road. When it happens again in March, it's on you. It's on Trump. It was going to be Trump shut down the whole time. Let it happen. You talking about you don't want to get blamed? Let them blame you. They blame you for everything else anyway. It's not gonna hurt. I ain't gonna say they're gonna hurt us, but it's not gonna surprise us. We're not shocked. The ones that need to be shocked into seeing what the fuck is going on is the people who voted for him that are going to be hurt real bad by the shit that he's doing. That was just dumb.
Okay. So look at it from the 10 people standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. What he just said. Let's say you go into government shutdown. Everybody don't know from that point on, the president says what's money goes where. He in control of everything from that point. Really, without no Congress, without no Senate, he can really make lateral moves with money. Take money, do money any way he want if the government shut down. That's the point he was just making right there. Do you think that's valid for him to vote for?
I think no, because Trump is doing that anyway. He's doing that with whatever executive orders he's signing, whatever orders he give. He don't give a fuck about. He's been bypassing Congress on a lot of shit already. So whatever get done, whatever he do during the shutdown, he was going to do it anyway. So that's why I say that was just dumb, because they handed you any issue you want. If they come to you and try to blame you and say, well, the Republicans, the president and the Republicans are blaming you Democrats for shutting down the government. No, it's on them. We could have had a deal to keep the government, but they wanted to slash Medicare. We're against that.
So
They wanted to do this, that, and the third. They wanted to take $1 billion from the District of Columbia of their own people's money. We're against that.
true. But like he said, when you vote for it, if you vote against it, I mean, then if government shut down, Congress and Senate lose control from that point on. The president makes calls on where money goes, and he's an orange neck fuck demon. And what that means is they can literally just eliminate Medicare and Social Security, all that shit on their own, because they can call an emergency, American, whatever the fuck, emergency at the time. So it's risky. So in the end, who was right and wrong though? Just because most of the Democratic Party jumped up and said, all right, they got to get motherfucking primary. Who was right though? Are all these people right, or these 10 people right? That's the key thing here. In the end, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see where you're coming from. You know,
Even though it's only 10, but are they right?
10, but
In the
they-
end,
could-
or
could
all the
it
rest
be-
of them right?
okay.
Which one right? Now you see what I'm saying? It was a
it's a you walking right there. You walking a fine line. I see where you're
Exactly.
coming from.
Yes.
You walking a fine line. But this is the thing, and what Chuck Schumer and other Democrats likely need to understand. It don't matter. You're gonna get blamed for it anyway. And who are you talking to? Right now, as I said, the Democratic Party is in disarray. It's in shambles. So the people you talking about, the people you talking to, and the people you need to satisfy is your base. You need to satisfy your base. You need to keep what base you got, satisfy these people, and all the while add to the base. That's how you get your vote totals up. So it doesn't matter if Fox News jump out there and says Democrats fault. Fuck it. You ain't talking to them anyway.
no. But Elon Musk and Trump will have control of it.
Now I see what you said.
That's
you
tough.
getting there is that by doing it, you could.
The first thing you do is say it's emergency or some shit.
Yeah, the
He
first thing
control
you
it.
can do, the first thing I see what you're saying is the risk you taking is Trump and
Ooh.
Elon taking over everything.
Oof,
Okay,
that's tough.
taking everything, but you ain't got no where.
They're not gonna come back
taking
for the
this-
bill vote or none of that shit. They're
Right.
just gonna start taking shit.
All right, I see that, but
We don't know who right there. This is what I mean. Which Democrats are right?
okay. Now I ask you this question: even if they voted no and the government shut down and he doing it anyway, the 800 million that he's going to slash, which is basically going to kill Medicare anyway.
That's a big one too.
800 billion,
I seen worse.
800 billion, would it be?
That's,
I might have mistaken that.
yeah, I did that the other
Okay.
night too.
They already going through other ways and taking other avenues to try to do it anyway. They've been attacking Medicare since January 20th. That might expedite the issue, but
Me personally, like you already know how I feel. They put never vote at all. But if they all would have voted and just let it shut down, even though it would have hurt,
mhm.
but at some point you got to wake American people up. If it's government shut down, everybody would listen, and then Democrats can come in and really explain what is going on here, what are they doing, and what are they trying to fight against.
But see,
And that way you got America listening. Shut the government down.
this is
Right
where-
now, it's muddled. It's muddled where people don't know where is it Trump or who is it. If it shut the fuck down, then we can clarify because everybody understand. Oh, we listening now. What happened here? Because I can't go to work. What we doing?
Right.
Now everybody will listen. You know what I'm saying?
This is where Chuck Schumer.
But they-
fucked up.
What happened was Trump and whatever the fuck called this bluff.
Yeah.
So
because
they don't want to shut down either. You know that, right?
fuck no, they don't want it. And
So
they
Chuck
don't want
Schumer,
it
like
shut
you
down,
said,
and they don't want to take
fuck the
blame
whole
for it to be
thing up.
shut down. But
Now I agree. Now, first of all, everybody listen. I agree with he's saying. Like I told you in the beginning, they should never vote. But I'm just looking at it from Chuck Schumer's standpoint.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
but see, this was Chuck Schumer should have fucking understood. All of that, what he's saying now, he should have been saying. if that's the way you felt, and that was the risk that you didn't want to take for the American people, you had since when was this shit about? October, some shit like that. It was like in October when they passed the shit to kick it to March. You had all the time, especially every day after January 20th, to explain this, to get it out there. Except you went out there and we ain't doing shit. We ain't voting for none of it. They don't got the votes. We ain't gonna do this. We ain't budget. We ain't this.
Then they switched up. Yeah.
And then at the last minute, you went ahead, like you said, he went and switched up. Okay. If that was the case, that where you at now, you were supposed to bend. First of all, you were supposed to explain this to your caucus, to your people. That's what the first thing you were supposed to do, so they could get out and explain it to the people. But you did some old stupid shit where you want to be on the side of right, and like you said, they called you bluff.
That's what they did.
You wanted to be on the side of right. Your bluff got called, and you switched up. And you did it at the last minute, where if that was information that people needed to know, that look, we playing with a shutdown and we want to get a deal, because if this deal don't go through and we don't get something done, and then the government shut down, Trump and Elon Musk can take over the entire government, and they can stop funding. That, yeah. They should have been told people that. Don't tell people at the last minute.
No bullshit.
After you switched up.
On a 30-second clip and shit.
Information. Now, if you think I'm the only one that feels like this, play that video.
Because I didn't know until he said that last night. I didn't know that. Like, bro, you should have told me there's that much going on. Yeah. Like, bro, stop. I still would have said you should have voted against it because they calling you bluff, but still. Like, what the fuck? Want to try it again? Hold on. They called their bluff. Like Trump said, fuck it, let's see, because they gonna cave. They gonna cave to this shit. Fuck it.
And if you don't believe me, yet once I show me the file.
That's crazy.
And if you do not, we about to show you that.
Is going to absolutely fuck your people. You're going to dishearten every Democrat in the country. You're going to hurt your chances in 2026. And when you sit there and go, oh, well, there's nothing we can do.
Let us sit back and listen. You tell me if you agree or not.
If you can't do it, if you're the fucking General McClellan of the U.S. Senate, quit and let someone who's got some fucking balls take the job. This CR is going to absolutely fuck your people. You're going to dishearten every Democrat in the country. You're going to hurt your chances in 2026. And when you sit there and go, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. Yes, there is something you can do. You can tell the story every day. You can go out every day and tell people the harm that is being done by Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Mike Johnson and John Thune and every other goddamn Republican who's leading this charge to burn this fucking country to the ground. Am I mad? Yes, I'm mad. Is anger justified? Yes, it's justified.
Some progressive groups are calling for new leadership in the Senate for Democrats. Even House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, your leader, he was asked if he supports Schumer as leader of the Senate Democrats, and he said, next question. Do you think Senate Democrats should replace Chuck Schumer?
I think Senate Democrats have to sit down and take a look and decide whether or not Chuck Schumer is the one to lead in this moment.
See, that is the problem. You come out at the last minute with some other shit, and you got headlines like Democrats feel betrayed. Now they're questioning if you should be the leader or not. And no, you shouldn't. You went out there and you jumped around and sat on your high horse, talk cash shit. Man, we ain't doing a motherfucking thing for these people. We ain't helping them do shit. What we look like? They ain't got the votes. We got the votes. Yeah, you was talking shit, and then you just gave it all back. And like my man said, fuck your people in the process. Hakeem Jeffries kept his people together. They all voted no. Coming out of the house, we together. We standing on this. How are they supposed to look at you now when you can't even keep your side together? Your side got the whole fucking party now in disarray.
Now,
Even more disarray. Because of the way you did it. All you had to do was explain it. And
yeah, and then
say it.
so people be like, okay, I get
Yeah.
that part, but still vote against it.
Right.
I understand you now, but
Right.
still vote against it. But now, out of these 10 motherfuckers, right? I'm only surprised. First of all, who surprised you? And do anybody? Oh, for real? I'm gonna tell you the ones that surprised me
Durbin,
is Schumer, Durbin, Gillibrand,
Shaheen a little bit.
and that's it really. The rest of these motherfuckers like Fetterman and Angus, all these motherfuckers, they was wishy-washy any fucking way.
Well, I expected Fetterman already said he was going to vote for it.
But Dick Durbin and motherfucking Schumer and Gillibrand,
Yeah.
what the fuck are y'all doing?
And look, where all of them from?
And Peters, Gary Peters, his
And-
motherfucking ass is wishy-washy from the beginning too. Brian motherfucking Schwartz, his ass was some, some of these joints. So these motherfuckers are wishy-washy, especially motherfucking Fetterman motherfucking ass.
Okay.
At this point, I don't even know where the fuck he think he at. He
You
don't know if he
expect
MAGA
Fetterman.
or he following Kamala. He don't know where he at no more.
You expected Fetterman. He from Pennsylvania.
That's what I
Okay.
mean.
He also. I mean,
These bitch
I don't
ass.
know what he
Every
off
one of them
of.
need to be primary
Schumer from
out
New
the
York.
fucking joint.
Schumer
See,
from New York.
I pulled back on the
Mastro.
Schumer joint, right? I don't like him now. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But over these years, he been
Mastro
part of this
from
fight.
Nevada.
He been part of the fight. Period. Even when Obama was in there, he did a lot of things to help to push things along. So it'd be hard for you to be like, all right, that's it for Schumer because of that one vote, right?
Let's see.
That's tough for that one person. The rest, even Durbin too.
Let's see. This is the way I.
But the
look at
rest
it.
of them, get the fuck out of here.
This is the way I look at that. What are y'all doing? When you went in, when he was back there and went in with Obama, Obama had the power, had all the power. So it's easy to go along with shit and help push shit through when you got the power. Now, when you ain't got no type of power. See, even back then, most of the time, the House and the Senate was divided. So even if something got out the House, it might not get through the Senate, depending on, or it might not get out the House to get to the Senate, depending on who was in, what party had the power. So it's easy then because you knew you had checks and balances. You had checks on shit. Right now, you don't have checks on shit. Because this motherfucker going in there with a chainsaw with all the power, plus he already stacked the Supreme Court in his first administration. So it's easy when you know shit ain't going but so far. So you're gonna stand. It's easy to stand up and stand on your high horse or your soapbox. Then now is the time when the people that voted for you, really need you. It's a time when you're supposed to really be doing your job, and you got to tell people the hard truth. If this happens, this will happen. That blah blah blah. We can't go. I can't vote for this because of this, that, and the third.
People understood that
And
better.
people will understand. It's easy to do that, but now y'all doing shit is y'all standing on motherfucking. Okay, I'm gonna take it back. It's just like the election. It was Kamala this, Kamala that, Kamala this, Kamala that, Kamala. Oh, we love Kamala. She's this, that, and the third. She's the greatest thing since the wheel. Oh my God, she's the most marvelous thing since sliced bread. But as soon as you lost, it's like, fuck her. And you didn't wait a day to point out what you felt was flaws in her campaign or whatever the fuck. And you're doing the same shit now as you did with her. With her, everybody wanted to be on the right side of history. Stephen A., Charlemagne, and all these other motherfuckers that jumped out there. Y'all wanted to be on the right side of history when y'all thought she was going to win. But when she didn't win, you jumped ship. Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, motherfuckers like that. And you got the same shit going on in Congress with Chuck Schumer and these other 9 fools. Yes, y'all jumped out there and y'all talk cash shit when you thought you had power or you thought you was on the right side of history, but when it didn't go your way, you jumped ship. That's basically what you did. And this is when your people need you the most.
So yeah, to me, like I said, everybody should vote for against everything. But this is, like I said from the start, is we're gonna find out who should be along with this ride and who get the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
And these 10 and the motherfuckers that voted against my man Al Grazine and wanted him to get shit censored. Is any one of them the same? Let me see.
Hold up.
I think
Nah, they
they're not even the same. Fuck.
That's a whole different thing.
I mean, that's 20 people.
Right.
Fuck. We're gonna list this up. 20 y'all motherfuckers. It's 20 y'all. We're not letting none of y'all slide. Even the ones that did it, Al Green.
So
Y'all motherfuckers on the list too. Added with these motherfuckers, that's 20 motherfuckers. And plus the one that is in the Congress that voted against the motherfucking joint, that's 21 people.
yeah.
The spotlight is on the butt cheeks. Spotlight is on the butt cheeks.
Nah, because Al Green, they voted against Al Green, essentially Al Green in the House. These different 10 motherfuckers in the Senate.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So that's 20. Because this is the house right here. These people. People.
Mm-hmm. So it's 20 people total. Yeah.
Yep. 21 with that one motherfucker that voted against the joint in the Congress. It was 212 Democrats and one Democrat voted with a Republican. Who was that? The even passed this shit from the beginning.
Oh yeah. We voted for
That motherfucker.
But
So it's 21 even. Keep track, motherfucker. And throw in Bernie, 22.
yeah, and see, this is what
Fuck
I
outta
don't
here.
understand. After the election, all you motherfuckers, including these 10 motherfuckers and the other 10 too, y'all kept jumping out there talking about it's all on him now. This is y'all gonna get what y'all voted for. It's all on him now. It's all on him. But y'all keep saving him every fucking time he get in some shit.